Okay, so now let's add a scroll view to our view. So if I scroll on the side here, I should be able to see an element called scroll view. Yeah, that's it. And I drag that to the stage here. Let me make it the same size as the iPhone dimensions, just to make my life easier. 320 by 480. And then I'll select all the elements here on the page. And then drag that into the scroll view. Okay, so that's in. So let's make the scroll view a full view. Alright, now all we also need to do is resize, or basically center all these views back to where they were. Okay, so for the user to be able to interact with the scroll view, we will need to make the content size to be able to be larger than the iPhone dimensions. So let's connect the scroll view to our detail view, and then we'll have a reference to be able to modify the content size. So I'll click here to make the detail view come up side by side. Click on Control and then drag that to my implementation file. Let's call that scroll view. Okay, let's return to the detail view. So in our header file, we have the scroll view as an outlet. In the implementation, if you go to view did load, or change, sorry, we can now change the content size. Um, 320, that's how wide the iPhone is. The iPhone is 480 tall, so let me add a little bit to that, make that 520 for example, and then we'll run the application. Let's see what we get. Alright, so I think we can, so now we can drag back and forth with the mouse. Alright, so the last thing that we need to do now is to customize the background of this. So for that we have a design element called the leather background. What this is basically a textured background which has like a leather feel to it. And this we can put on the background of our view. And to do that, we'll go back to our view did load method. And as I said earlier in the previous video, we're going to use a different method to customize the background. For the recipe cell, we used a UI image view. In this case, we're going to use a pattern. So to do that, we're going to start with a UI image. So let's call that the background image. And then the image is called the leather background. So we're going to give that a name, give that the leather background name. Let me copy that because I'm lazy to type. Paste that there. So now we have the background image. So we need to convert that into a color using the color pattern. So if I go here and I say background pattern, small g, and that is a UI color, and then there's a function called color with pattern image, and the image is going to be our background image which we created above there. And the last thing to do is say set the background image of the view, the background color of the view, to our background pattern. Now we are good to go. Stop that. Let's run it. So if you click on one of these, and that's it, we have a nice leather background for our dish. We have the image, we have the title, and we have the ingredients. The bar button is configured, the navigation bar, the lists with the image, and then the Twitter. So this is looking actually very nice now. We have custom application uses the least possible default images and actually looks very beautiful. So the only thing that's left now is we need to get some real data in here. So we're going to use an API from Punchfork, and I will introduce that in the next video. Thank you for watching.